And we are live, my friends. Welcome back to the Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast, where we are talking everything sports here in the Mesilla Valley. And of course, it's been a while since we've been on the air because, well, to be honest, took a break for the holidays, and it was a little extra long break, but it was well deserved. And you know what? A lot of stuff happened in between that break. I mean, we got the Aggies as the Quick Lane Bowl champions. I was at the game. It was an amazing thing. Made that trip up there with the Aggies, and to come back as champions is awesome. Of course, not a bad year for a first-year coach still, and I cannot wait for year 2 to come along because he's just an amazing guy. He's a really awesome guy to talk to, and hopefully we'll be getting him on here soon as well. Of course, now we've got the big game set. So that's right, the big game is set. KC and Philadelphia. Now, I am a 49ers fan. I'm just going to put that out right now. But, you know, for somebody or for a team that got 17 straight wins and went through their first-string quarterback, their second-string quarterback, their third-string quarterback, and their fourth-string, you know, by the time we got down to the fourth guy, he got injured, and, you know, Purdy had to go back in there and find out that he tore his UCL, so he definitely should not have been out on the field for that fourth quarter. But, you know, it is what it is. KC and the Eagles. I had a little question of the day earlier today for everybody. Are you going for the Eagles? Are you going for the Chiefs? Or are you just trying to figure out what flavor wings you're going to get because you don't care too much about the game anyway? So, I don't know. I'm in that third category, but I'm just hoping that it is going to be a good game. Of course, there are some other interesting things. NMSU women's basketball doing really, really good right now. NMSU men's basketball, not so much. They are still winless in WAC play so far, but hopefully we'll turn that around here as soon as we can. And, of course, we had some other things that are actually going on just recently this week. Of course, when we talk about women's basketball, saw that Sophia Inusa was named the WAC Women's Player of the Week. I can say that, but the WAC Women's Player of the Week, so congratulations to Sophia for sure. Also saw that I believe on Wednesday night, tomorrow night, 255 student athletes who are currently maintaining a grade point average of 3.0 or better are going to be recognized. So that's going to be an awesome thing. And, of course, you know, college basketball top 25, Purdue is on top this week. And if you haven't heard some sad news, hockey legend, you know, Bobby Hull passed away as well, and he was 84 years old. Now, we do have a special guest this evening. It is going to be our NMSU head baseball coach. But before we get to that, we want to talk about a little something that is going to be going on here at the Amador. And I would say hello, Dave, right? Draven. Man, I know I was going to get that one wrong. I knew I was going to get that one wrong. Here. Let's go ahead and give this to
Max here.
Okay, I'll take this one.
All right, go for it.
All right, check. You got me?
Oh, wow, we got you.
How's everybody doing? How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I suppose that we are going to be checking on our fantasy football scores before the end
Oh,
of this
yes.
to find out who the finals were.
Yes.
Now, we did end that to keep everybody up to date. We had a fantasy football league with the Amador Live, and it was a punishment type thing. So whoever came in last was going to be basically taking the SAT with all the high school kids, and whatever score they got, they are going to get that printed on their last place trophy. Now, I was not the commissioner, of course, but it was decided that we were going to actually end before we actually got to the playoffs on the fantasy football league, just the regular season. We weren't going to go through a playoff.
Yeah, it was some sort of crooked deal going on.
I don't know. But it turns out that we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah,
now we got to get to some important stuff, Max. Look at
you. I figured we would go through a few things, but before we get too far down the road in the show, I just wanted to introduce Draven. He's been real active with us here for several of our events, and he's also, you're doing MMA now, right? Is that, or are you boxing? Yeah, you're boxing. I figured you could tell us a little bit about your boxing career at this point, and then we have someone else we want to introduce. But why don't you take it away?
So how's it going? So is this mic? Which mic? This mic? This one?
Either one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had one on.
Yeah, he had one on.
Okay. All right. Oh, I just thought that was a fuzzy
Yeah,
thing.
he's got a dead cat on it.
Yeah, I figured he was getting
It's
to
a really
furry.
small one. Yeah.
It's actually good for boxing. It's
Yeah.
that I used to.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So how's that going, man?
It's going good. The boxing, we have our next fight this Saturday in El Paso, so that should be fun. Hopefully we can start bringing some events to the beautiful Amador here soon. That'll be, I think.
Well, we know we can fit a ring in here.
Right.
I'm going to tell that. I know that we can do that. We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that.
That's right. We're going to test drive it again.
Yeah,
So
we're definitely going to give it a go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now, and we wanted to bring you on. Of course, you do have the MMA boxing stuff going. That's really quick. But there's something really important that you guys wanted to bring up and talk about.
Yeah. So one of my really good friends, Cynthia, she was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, and we came to Max with the idea of throwing a benefit dinner to help her with some of the proceeds of the chemotherapy. Because I don't know if you guys, it's really expensive. The cost of the medicine and then the treatments, and then a lot of the insurance doesn't cover it.
Oh yeah.
So it kind of left her taking out loans and stuff like that, and we're trying to help where we can. And Max and Mandor being the gracious and wonderful host, and just good people in general, decided to help us out and throw a benefit dinner. So February the 17th, we're gonna have a benefit dinner on behalf of Cynthia, trying to raise money for her medical bills.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that when you are battling cancer, it is no joke. I have had a couple family members that have gone by, and that battle is indeed a battle. And sometimes it really sucks because sometimes you're battling your insurance companies or the hospital bills and everything else like that.
At some point.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a crazy thing. But anything that you can do to help out or anything you would do. And I understand that you guys have also got a GoFundMe page up, right?
Yes, we do. Currently, we have raised $1,800. $1,800 so far, Cynthia. Woo-hoo!
All right.
18 out of the 18,000 that we have sent out of 42 donations. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, everybody that's donated. That means more than you could possibly imagine.
Absolutely. And of course, if you go to GoFundMe.com and you can do a search for Cynthia's medical bills, it'll be up right up there. And you too can make a donation. Any little bit helps, because even all those little donations will go ahead and add up. And like I said, when you are battling cancer, it is indeed a battle. And you know what? We want to let Cynthia know that we got her back.
Yeah. And she's here. Would you like to come on?
Say hi.
Okay. Why don't we have her sit where you are? We'll stand behind her here.
Yeah. Give me the neck.
Here,
Yeah.
she can have that.
Hello, Cynthia.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little nervous, but I love the show, so thank you for having me here.
Aw, I appreciate that.
Don't be nervous.
Yeah, don't be nervous. There's nothing.
Max doesn't bite too hard.
Right now, like I said, it's a battle, and what you're going through, you're taking on that. Don't worry about this. This is nothing. Right
Thank
here.
you. Thank you. Everybody's been making it so easy, and I'm just very blessed to have the support system I do have. So I just want to say thank you again for all the donations, and I really hope you guys can come out on the 16th.
That's right. That's when the fundraiser is going to be right here.
Yes, here at Amador Live. Max, the owner of Amador Live, is very awesome and is letting my friends host a dinner. The proceeds will go to my medical expenses, but also a percentage will also go to CARE. It's an organization here in Las Cruces that really helps those who are dealing with this battle right now. So it'll be a good cause.
Absolutely, it would be a good cause. So once again, that date again was
February 16th.
So just a couple of weeks away, right? Or put it in my mind, okay, after the Valentine's Day in a couple of days, got to make sure that I'm ready for the dinner.
Yes,
There
yes.
you go. That's how I'm going to put it in my mind right
That's
now.
perfect.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get a lot of people out and it'll be a very successful event, and then we'll be really good. So let's. And is there anything else? Oh wait, there is one thing you did want to bring up, Max. Right?
Which part?
Is that coming up here in a couple of months? A little something having to do with the lawn over here, and
No pun intended, but something little.
So I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
No.
Yeah.
I
Did you
totally
want-
forgot about that. You know what? You're right. I'll tell you what we'll do. We were going to talk about it in a minute, but this is way more important. And so we are going to be doing the St. Patty's Day Midget Wrestling Warriors. Will be here again. Yeah, for round 2. Yeah, round 2. They were here last year. It was pretty wild. But now that I'm thinking about it, and now that you brought it up, and I thank you for doing that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'll tell you what. We have, I think there's 12 or 13 ringside tables that fit 8 people. So those were really popular last year because you're right in front of the show.
Right in the action.
Yeah, right in the action. And so I'll tell you what, I'm going to take one off the market right now, and we're going to hold that one aside, and we're going to run that one up. We're going to do that. I'll tell you what, we'll run it up, and whoever donates the most money, we're gonna auction it. Let's auction it for Cynthia. Yeah, let's auction it for Cynthia. So let's do that. I think that they're going for. I don't want to quote it because I haven't looked at the price just yet. But
They're going to cost something.
All I can tell you is every dime of that table will go to Cynthia's fundraiser. So that will be, we're going to call it Cynthia's table.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
So if you want a shot at Cynthia's table, contact the Amador Live, and these guys will get you taken care of.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. This is what we'll do, and then you're going to put this back out once we kind of package everything up from this episode. But if everybody comes on the 16th, and we'll do a fundraiser raffle for it, or we'll do a silent auction, however it works. But the whole point is just to raise a bunch of money, and so we'll do that for Cynthia, for the donation to CARE, and for this very important thing that everybody, that a lot of people are having to deal with. So we'll put a little bit more PR together, get that out, but we'll just call this like PR piece number 1. So we'll key it off of that. Sound good? Sound good?
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
There you go, Max. Good
Do you have
job.
anything else you want to go over on it?
Not really, other than just please check yourselves. I'm only 27. I was 26 when I was diagnosed. I had a birthday in December. My age is very young to be dealing with this. Luckily, I caught it at stage 1, but that's because I was always diligent in checking myself. So no matter how old you are, please check yourself.
There you go. There you go. Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And everybody, of course, get ready to come out on the 16th of February. Enjoy your dinner. Help out Cynthia for a good cause. And like you said, a portion of those will also get donated to CARE right here.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Cool.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much for having us on the show. I appreciate it so much. No problem. Let's see if we can go ahead and get Mike in and see if we can, just hand me that real quick. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I think I muted it.
Oh, yeah. You got it. You good.
Yeah, let's put Coach in the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll sit on the end. You ready, Coach?
Let's go ahead and bring Coach in, and that way we can get things going here with our, I guess it's a season premiere for our, go ahead and have a seat, Coach.
Beautiful.
Don't worry, I won't bite too much. I want to.
I'm tough.
Let's just go ahead and get your mic up here. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay. So, I love it when things go so smoothly. We are this is called live right here. But Coach Krby, how are you doing today? Football?
Baseball. Yeah.
Sorry, I still got football on my mind. Probably because it's chill in the air.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take Jerry's rings that he's getting if I have to. But I'm doing outstanding as usual. Absolutely.
Okay, now this is one thing I love about being in Las Cruces, because the weather allows you guys to get your baseball season started here pretty early. In fact, I think your first games are on the 17th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right. So, how do you feel about this upcoming season?
Yeah, really excited. I think the boys are looking forward to playing somebody besides themselves.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes, and they've been putting in a lot of work, and I really like the depth of the club and the vibe of it. We have a lot of cool things going on.
That's cool. That's cool. And of course, once again, just like everybody out here at NMSU, this will be your last year playing into the WAC.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so and you guys have had a pretty good mark here on the WAC play, but you're looking forward to getting into Conference USA?
Yeah, I go one at a time. I am looking forward to Conference USA. We won the WAC championship last year, so we're looking to do something that's never been done here, win back-to-back in the WAC. But yeah, Conference USA, I think that's going to be exciting. It's going to bring a lot more revenue to the athletic department. Our TV, we'll have a lot more games on TV for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want to say that just getting into that conference in general is going to improve our RPI, which is everything in baseball.
Absolutely.
And the facilities of those teams are really nice.
Yeah. Now, I know we've got the season to look forward to. We can have a lot of things going for you this season to look forward to. Next season in the Conference USA. But let's get a little bit more about Mike right here. What is it that a little bit about your history? Like, where did you start off?
Right. Is this a 3-hour show?
No, it's not a 3 hour. We can go for about 30, 45 minutes.
I'm all about the people, and I'm all about the community. And I can tell you, I back that up with example. Right now, my kids on Fridays go out and read to the elementary school.
Oh, that's cool.
Because some of my best memories are reading to my kids, getting into that. We also hosted the Warrior League, which is the kids that are handicapped that can never be on a team because they're in wheelchairs and whatnot, and give them uniforms and treat them like everybody should be treated. And that was an awesome experience for my kids for sure. We hosted the Boys and Girls Club, Big Brothers, Big Sisters for a game, and even boys and autographs after. Little league signups at my field. I mean, just one after it really pumps me up to give back, and that's what I'm trying to preach to my boys.
That is awesome. That's really amazing. But because I was trying to get a little bit of your journey, a little bit of what brought you over here to NMSU, because you're from Huntington Beach, right?
Yes, sir. I played at Cerritos Junior College. Started in 1987. I was there for 3 years. Lucky enough to be on 2 state championship teams. I went to Long Beach State as they had just come back from going to Omaha, and all my teammates were going there instead of Cal State Fullerton because they had a new coach. I went there for a year. I didn't have enough gas money to get to school, so I put myself through college.
Oh, yeah.
And I told the coach, hey, man, I just don't have gas. And he said, I can't help you. We don't have any more money. And just how the man always seems to bless me. Coach Gordon, my JC coach, got the job at Fullerton. He's looking for catching. He calls him. Next thing you know, I'm at Fullerton. Oh. And I was there for a semester before they realized it was an interconference transfer and I was ineligible.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was tough. But, I knew I was going to be a coach long before that, and started blessed to be around awesome people, Audie Rito, George Horton, Bill Mosiello, Dave Serrano, all these guys that are in the Hall of Fame are going to be.
Yeah.
And I just stole everything that they had and paid attention. And like I said, I've been blessed. I was with Cal State Fullerton from 91 to 99. Went to Omaha a number of times, lost in the national championship game in 92, 3-2. Won the national, lost in the semifinal in 94. Nomar Garcia-Parra hit a homer off us in the 10th. 95, we won it. Supposedly the best college team in the history of college baseball. 56-9 with a number of big leaguers on it. And, I went back there. I mean, it's hard to win a national championship, let alone get to Omaha and stuff. But after that, I went to work for the Angels for 7 years, did executive sales. After that, I took a job at UNLV, got back into college baseball as a student coordinator after 1 year. I went to the University of Oregon, and they just brought their program back. They had been dormant for 30 years.
Wow.
And, right when you think you're an awesome coach, we opened up for the national champion the year before Fresno State. We walked them off on Friday. We beat them 2 out of 3. We were like 7-3, and we were going to show everybody in the country what great coaches we were. And I think we were 12-40.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a real. The game could make you feel real small, and that's what it did for us. And how you respond to that is you get back to work, and the next year we won 40 games.
There you go.
And went to a regional and played it up against like George Clooney, Nick Ahmed, about 5 or 6 years.
I think that's a better measure of good coaches is what you do through adversity. When you come back from something like that, that's because you basically flipped it around. You lost 40 in the first game, then you came back and won those in the next game. So
that's exactly what it is. When you're going through those adversities, that's where the true character comes.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that. And so, like I said, I've been truly blessed to be around some great people, great coaches, and great programs. I left Oregon and went back to Cal State Fullerton. That was in 2012. In 2013, we were ranked number 1 the whole year and lost in the Super Regional to UCLA and some really good baseball games, and they won the national championship. And in 2015, Coach Erstad called me, Darren Erstad called me from the University of Nebraska, offered me a job.
Wow.
And which was an honor. And it was how it went down was pretty weird. My boss said, "Hey, come in here and close the door." Usually not a good sign.
They got no.
And
I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. And he said, "Hey, man, Darren Erstad called me, wants to offer you a job." And I said, "Well, that's cool. I'm just not interested." And he said, "Well, way more money." I said, "I don't do this thing." And he said, "Well, I gave you a number." And I said, "Okay, well, he's going to get big league." And he calls me. So he calls me and says, "Hey, how you doing? This is Darren Erstad. I want to talk to you about a job that I have available." And I said, "Well, I'm super honored you called, but I don't want to waste your time." And he said, Well, I wasn't expecting to hear that. And I said, well, I'm pretty straightforward. He said, obviously. And he said, well, I'm not going to let you off the phone. And I said, well, why not? And he said, well, I want to work with you. I said, wow, that's an awesome way to say it.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about baseball and kids and families. And all of our stars were lining up. And I said, well, I guess I'm going to go check that out. And next thing you know, I went to the University of Nebraska. They won their first men's Big Ten championship in any sport in 12 years. And we pulled that off, and I think we lost the championship by half a game and by one game. And then he decided to retire after we lost the regional in Oklahoma. But he doesn't do it for the money either.
Yeah.
He gave his salary up to me and the other assistants, so we're the highest paid in the Big Ten. And so I found out about 20 minutes before the bus got back home. I got a text from my buddy sitting right across from me. Said, "Hey, Darren's shutting it down." So I didn't have a job, and I got blessed that I got a call from Mario Moshe, and got to interview and got this done. It's been a blessing.
So that's all it took was a call from Mario to go ahead and.
Well, I did go interview, yeah. So I jumped on a plane. I was recruiting in Georgia, I think, and he said, "Hey, this is going to happen fast." So I went, flew back home to Nebraska, found my suit, was happy that it fit. I'm a baseball coach. I don't throw that thing on often, but working for the Angels, I at least know how to tie ties now.
That's great. That's yeah.
I'm going to interrupt you. I'm going to jump in.
Hold on a second.
Special for you.
Okay.
See, since you're the first guest of the season,
Yeah.
and you're used to early season stuff where it's always freezing your ass off still, and it's kind of cold out here. So you get to help us out. We're always experimenting with stuff. So we got 3 new desserts that we're working on. And what I'm going to do is I'll work the cam and
Well, you just
yeah.
right underneath there, and you can get
Yeah.
those nice ones.
yeah, Chef Cam is gonna explain what's up. Hey, Cam, come on over here real quick and say hi. Yeah, just watch that cord. Everybody, here's one of our. Ooh, look at that, dude. Dang.
Ooh,
All
I
right.
got the shot, man. I got the shot.
Here's Cam right here. He's gonna take the mic. Yo, you got one?
I got
Okay.
another one for you.
Okay.
Here, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, Chef, what do we
Chef
got?
Cam is gonna be He's been experimenting back there, and he's gonna tell us what we got on the plate.
Well, I see several plates here, but what's on this first one right now?
Roll. This one is a strawberry cream cheese variant that we're running. So what it is just a banana bread cinnamon roll with cream cheese frosting, a tequila raspberry agave compote topped with fresh fruit all over the actual cinnamon roll itself.
Holy cow.
It looks unbelievable.
My doctor is giving me some really nasty looks right now.
So shot to you guys. You guys can try it on the
Okay. We'll go ahead and try that one here. Let me bring up the cam here. You go first.
I think this is off. This looks unbelievable. And I think the word of the night that we're going to have to go with is aggressive.
Yeah.
Because
Very
these things,
aggressive.
yeah, man, these
Very
things are
aggressive.
giant. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's
I
see what
am
we
a
got.
banana bread fan.
I'm a straight dessert fan. So I am not good at all.
Oh, no, that's real.
This is real,
Oh, God.
right? I got to go one more. I'm sorry. This is going to add to the show.
Well, don't apologize for that at all.
Yeah, if you
That
haven't
is so
had this, you're missing.
Oh, you can taste the strawberries right there.
Yeah.
Now, I joked around with this earlier because I said every day I get to look more and more like Wilford Brimley, and right now, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, all right? But, still.
Well,
he's not
done.
No, I
Oh, yeah?
know. This
Oh,
is the
no.
thing. I know. I see
This
that
is
other
only
one.
the first inning.
I see about 5 different plates right there, but that is delicious. That's a good one right there.
Appreciate
All
it.
right, what do we got next?
All right, so this next one is the turtle variant of that same banana bread cinnamon roll.
Oh, my God.
So this one's topped with chocolate chips, chocolate syrup, caramel, on top of I believe it's walnuts and a bourbon cream frosting that we
Oh,
whipped
my
up.
God.
Yes,
All right.
fabulous.
All right. Cool.
No, we're good. Wow. Oh, you could have had me down here more often. If we had this
yeah,
Let's go.
Spread the word. Don't get everybody
The
down
word
here.
is coming out. Let's go. On the door.
Oh, it's warm.
Mm. Wow, perfect. Not dry at all. I know. I have to go in for I have to go in for round 2. This is my bad.
You know what that tastes to me like is some of those Christmas rolls that you get with the nuts and everything. And stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it tastes like to
And the
me, and
caramel,
that is
that's
delicious. And I can tell they just made this. That's nice and warm. That is so tasty right there. And okay, now. All right.
Oh yeah, I couldn't be more pumped up right now.
What do we got coming up next?
All right, so this next one is a lemon tres leches that we've been running actually on our menu for the past week. So this one is a normal tres leches base cake. We throw a lemon compote on there, throw some caramel, and dress it up nice for you guys. But
yeah, bring that over.
Yeah, what an awesome presentation. I guarantee. All right. If I don't fit into my uni, it's gonna be it's on you
I'll
guys.
grab this corner.
You get this one.
I mean, they're both the same.
Excellent. I'm not a big lemon cake type of guy, but this
Yeah,
is,
but it's just that lemon flavor.
absolutely.
It's got that creaminess of a fresh lettuce cake, and that is tasty.
You can really taste all the flavors.
It does. It seems like it's very light too, as well, because the other two.
A little heavier.
Yeah, a little heavier
But
option.
this is fine. I can order 2 of these.
Yeah.
I can do 2 of them.
We can do 2 of them, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe do a little extra run to work out those extra calories.
Absolutely. Also do an extra
If you have your players run for you, does that help out? Does
Absolutely.
that take calories off of you?
Absolutely.
Oh, there you
didn't know
go.
that?
Sorry, guys.
There's
Might have
something
your
called the
extra
hill. Hey, let's go talk to the hill. Wow.
there you go.
And I say go.
All right. All right. What do we got next, Jeff?
All right. Well, this last one is actually a churro ice cream bowl. So what it is basically a churro bowl, cinnamon sugar sprinkled fry wrap with a poached pears. And what they're actually poaching is Cabernet. And on top of that, we have that same raspberry compote from the strawberry cake topping this as well. And then topped or garnished with mint.
Wow, there's nice.
Presentation's fabulous.
Oh, you want to go for it, dude? Go ahead.
Yeah, there's no manners here. Go right over the shoulder.
Better get it for the coach. I get some of these pears in there too.
Wow. I'm a fan.
Yeah, that's nice. I like those right there. Reach to the pears. Got it.
You can do the ice cream
You know,
on glass.
it's a little chilly out here tonight, but that ice cream is delicious.
Oh my God.
And with the churro bowl right here, that's a nice little change of textures and flavors right there. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I don't know what crematory you use for the ice cream, but this isn't just straight out of the grocery store. You can tell. This is fabulous.
That is, all of them are really good. Once again,
Here,
don't tell my doctor. Don't tell my
Okay.
doctor that we'll be fine. Oh,
Sorry, here. There's Cam right there.
yeah, come on in.
Chef Cam, you've been really working the dessert line over there.
Good job.
Try my best, man.
Yeah, boom.
Thank you very much.
I love it. Outstanding.
Now, my understanding is these aren't on the menu.
These are not on the menu
Not
yet.
as
So
yet.
these are items. So the lemon tres leches is, but
Mhm.
these are all items that are going to go on our featured dessert menu. Something along those lines. We haven't quite figured it out yet.
Okay, awesome. So we can look forward to some of these maybe the next time that we're coming in.
At Amador Live, we're willing to try the desserts on the air.
Whether they're good or not, we're just going to see what happens.
You're getting high remarks, I can tell you. For me,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, if I can give an 11 or heart emoji, it's coming your way.
Thank you very
I'm gonna
much.
do something that may seem sacrilegious, but I can't help myself.
Yeah, if you can't have a fried.
I had some fries earlier, so
Thank you. Thank you.
you can't beat
job.
French
Excellent.
fries and ice cream. I'm telling you. Here, I'll go ahead. Thanks a lot, Max. Those were delicious.
Absolutely.
I'll let you figure out which one you want to take.
Okay, yeah, or if we have to rock,
I think we each have one of the ice cream ones.
if we
And
have
it
to,
looks like the fresh lettuce steak is. Oh, they're gonna have those next
there
time.
you go.
All right. So
Yeah.
awesome. Anyway, where were we? I think we
was
were
going
talking
over-
baseball.
Oh, yeah, I was going over my long history, telling
Yeah.
you why I'm so old.
Yeah, and
So,
I think like I said, all it took was a phone call from Mario.
Mario and we actually interviewed in Arizona,
Mhm.
and so there's an interview panel of 10. I think Mario was planning on interviewing 5 or 6 people. And actually, when I was getting on the plane in Nebraska, I was flying Southwest, and I got a phone call, and didn't recognize the number, but when you're in recruiting, you have to answer your phone. And it was a gentleman from Incarnate Word, and he said, "Hey, I'm the athletic director. I want to offer you the head baseball coach job." And I said, "Who is this?" And then I might have dropped an F-bomb on him or something. I don't know. I said,
It happens on occasion.
and he said, "No, I know you're going to interview for New Mexico State. Mario's been a friend of mine for 20 years, and I'm offering you the job right now, and I'm going to pay you $25,000 more than him." And I said, "Well, I'm already on the plane. I'm going to go see how the interview goes, and I'll call you afterwards." So they bring you to a hotel. You go out, change, put on your suit. I go down to the room at 10, and they say to me, we're going to open this up. You can ask us whatever questions you want. So I have a list of questions. And my first one is, New Mexico State that bad that you have to fly me to Arizona? And then they all look like, "No way, yes, Dad." And he said, no, it's logistics. I said, "All right, fair enough." And so I really hadn't been here in probably 15 years. I didn't accept a job after I walked to university or anything. And so afterwards, interview ended. I went up and changed and got a ride to the airport, and I got through security, and my phone rings. It's the same athletic director from Incarnate Word, and he said, "You dominated your interview. Mario's going to call you and offer you the job in 15 minutes." I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I'll give you more money." I said, "Well, I'm going to see what Mario has to say." And Mario was pretty good. He got me on the phone, and before I got off, I had committed to come here and be the next head coach at New Mexico State. Thank God.
That is awesome. And once again, I will sing Mario Mocha's praises because he, I don't know, he has a way of finding just the right people at the right time for exactly what we need. And of course, that was in what, 2019? I think you were hired in June 2019, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I got to ask this because it's just one of those things that you can't avoid. You're coming in, you're getting ready for the season, and then that happens to be the COVID hit and strike. So you're ready for your first season. I'm sure you guys are excited about that, and then this whole thing happens. Right? How tough was that to go through?
That was really devastating because we really had a good team. We thought we were going to do something really special. We had some special players on that team. One of them was Nick Gonzalez. And I think we were 12-3 at that time when that hit. And we were getting on a road trip to go to San Diego. And I want to say Nick Gonzalez stats, I'm guessing pretty close though. We played 15 games. He had 12 home runs and 43 RBIs, and he's probably hitting close to 500. And we were getting close to fly to San Diego State. And I just, after getting all the news of everything that was going down, I didn't have a good feel for it and didn't feel good about it. So I called Mario and I said, "Hey, I'm just not going to put my kids in that situation."
Yeah.
And he goes, whoa, hang on a minute. And then he made some phone calls, and like everything happened so fast. And within 12 hours, our season was finished.
Yeah, it was. When you go back at that time, you're right. Everything just seemed to happen so fast because I think we were just getting ready to get into some of our really busy season. Basketball was just hitting its stride. They were talking about the tournament and other things that were going on, and then everything just seemed like it would shut down. And of course, across the country, coaches and everybody dealing with the same thing that was going on. But that must have been really tough for the players here also. They're looking forward to that season.
Absolutely. Like I can remember Nick calling me saying, "Hey, can you film me DP and work out?" And I'm like, "No, because my boss told me if I'm caught doing that, I'm fired. And I have a family, so I can't do that." And he's trying to get ready for the Major League draft.
Yeah.
So that was devastating to me, but my hands were kind of tied. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And so, yeah, but then on the flip side of that, like I had never had more time off in my life.
And it was horrible, wasn't it?
At first, it was like, the end of the season because we're so regimented, like you only know during the season, you only know what day of the week it is because we have a game on that day.
Yeah.
Like the dates and the months, it doesn't matter. They all go together. And, all of a sudden the season ended, and of course you don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden I built a new routine. I got to go fishing. I got to work out. I got to spend family time. I got to go see my brothers and help them out. And instead of pouting about it, I just got in the best shape of my life and did a lot of great fishing and spent time with family and just waited for this thing to change. And then we came back. And we were leaving on our first road trip, because you couldn't play in New Mexico then.
That's right. You guys had to play in.
We had to go
you
find
playing
another
everywhere,
game.
really. Huh?
Yeah, and we had some 21-day road trips. I mean, it was crazy.
Oh, goodness.
So we were on the bus we're actually traveling to UNLV for the home opener, and we were in Lordsburg, and I got a call from the team doctor because we had to leave early in the morning, and he said, "Hey, pull the bus over. You have 3 COVID positives on there. Get those guys off the bus and come back." And I'm like, "Leave them here?" Yes, absolutely. No one knows, and he sent somebody to pick them up. Everything worked out. But then
I should hope so.
Yeah, we came back, and we're just watching everyone else play opening weekend, and it was, it changed a lot of things. I can tell you, it made it really difficult when you're in college and you have to go on a 21-day road trip.
Yeah,
and who pulls that off?
I mean, you know what? I have the privilege of working with the football team as part of the broadcast team, and so I get to travel with them. And those trips are just so quick. The only ones that take a lot of time usually are those ones where we have to go to say Hawaii or something where you're spending a few days there, and even those can be really taxing. I joke around. Okay, I flexed a little bit because I called my mom from the beach, but that's just one of those things. But those trips are long, those flights are long, and it's not quite as much fun as you would think to hang out there because you're always doing something. You're always busy and you're doing things. But a 21-day road trip, that is, I don't know, that's crazy.
Well, how about this? How about right before I left, like, I'm a real clean person. Like, my house is immaculate, and I just detailed it. And then I was renting a house, and the landlord came in, the home property manager saw it, and then told the landlord, and then they put it up for sale the day I was leaving on the 21-day road trip.
Are you serious?
It sold before I landed. What? On a 35-day escrow. And I had to find a place to live, and Las Cruces, cost of living's awesome, but there was
availability.
No availability,
yeah.
And again, I just get blessed from the man upstairs where a phone call gets put out, and somebody had a brand new house, and they just fell out of escrow. I will take it. And he's like, I didn't even tell you what. It doesn't matter. No, so I am blessed. So I got a really cool house. A year and a half old, and unbelievable views. Sunsets here are amazing. I get one every night. I am just blessed. It's awesome.
Well, a lot of times I say, because we get a lot of players that will come in from all over the place and they'll end up staying. We'll get a lot of coaches that will come up in here and end up becoming part of the community, and when they retire, they like to stay down here or something like that, because this is a great retirement place. But a lot of it is, you cannot beat the sunset right here when you're looking out towards the west, and the food.
Oh, absolutely. If you love,
I mean, we just got to taste the dessert.
Oh, absolutely.
But somebody comes up here and they try some real green chili and Mexican food, and they're hooked. That's what hooks them in.
100%.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. And I have guys from all over. And you know what? I got the people around here, really hardworking, super respectful, raising their kids the right way. So, I have kids from all over the country, quite a few from California. And in California, they don't drop yes sirs and yes ma'ams on people.
No.
They do that out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So my kids start hearing these other places say, yes, sir, yes, sir. And then next thing you know, they're saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. And then I talked to one of my players' moms from California. And he said, yes, ma'am. Wow. And it's just awesome, the brotherhood that these guys are creating. I try to create an unbelievable atmosphere for these student athletes that show up, and I want them to want to be there. And they're really dominating at everything. We have 25 out of 35 guys have a 3.0 or better.
Yeah.
So
I mentioned the 3.0 ceremony that they're going to be doing that tomorrow night. You guys had a bunch of people on the team that were going to be going up there.
They're leading, I can promise you, they are leading the other student athletes in the athletic department, and And what's the word I'm looking for? In volunteer hours.
No.
I mean, we go above and beyond, and couldn't be prouder of those guys. And there's a lot on your plate. Being a student athlete isn't easy.
No. That's one of the things that I think a lot of people forget about. That when you talk about a lot of your players, in every sport, they are student athletes. They are going to school. They are doing their homework. They've got to get their projects done. They've got to get all this stuff done. On top of that, of course, there's practice, there's travel games, there's all the stuff that they have to do on top of that. So to be able to maintain grade point average like that is pretty awesome. And I give them all the credit in the world for being able to do that, because I had enough trouble just going by myself, and I could sleep in on most days. You schedule things right, you don't have to get up till 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So, and I did. I was honest, I did. But I can't imagine what it would have to be to like be on that plane or be on that bus and having to think about, okay, I got to get this book in and email it in and get it into my instructor before this date or something else like that. So
A lot of discipline involved.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's life. If you're lacking discipline in your life, it'll show up. And same thing in the classroom. And we've never had anything that is under a 3.0 as a team GPA since I've been here. I'm super proud of the number of graduates that come through here. And couldn't be happier. This weekend is our first pitch dinner on Friday at the Farm and Range at 6 p.m. And we'll have some of our guys that were ex-players. It's just an awesome weekend. So I'll have my ex-players that had just got drafted here, as a number of them.
Awesome.
And all the other alumni are showing up. And Thursday night, going to Jaime Mendez's house with all the old alumni, everyone blended together instead of having Mario's group that we played here or this year. I mean, we're a family, and we just need to get hooked up with everybody.
You get baseball players together in general, and they're going to start talking about that. They'll start comparing things. They'll start talking about it. You get all of that together and stuff like that. Because I played baseball as a kid. I was going to say, when you're talking about not being able to work out with Nate, I found out a long time ago that a nice concrete wall is pretty good to work out against, because you can get those high ones up, you can get the low ones up, and just be able to work with that. I learned that one a long time ago. Now, the window that was in the alleyway between that concrete wall and my mom's window right there wasn't necessarily always the best thing to do that.
Sure.
I get the but when you play, you just start talking about things. You remember this time, and you start talking about different things. How would you handle it this way?
Absolutely, and that's what's going to go on there. It's kind of tough for me in that environment, because we used to bring our teams from Cal State Fullerton here, and we were good at pitching, defense, and bunting. Well, this wasn't a place to bunt. This was a place to smash. So I can remember Coach Dorito bunting like in the first inning. The wind's blowing out at 30 miles an hour. Leadoff guy gets on, he bunts. They end up getting out of it. They come up and hit 2 homers. And I'm saying, hey, what are we doing? And I want to say that every time we come down here, I'm not sure. I think we've lost about every series. I have to go back and check. So when I'm at that alumni night at Jaime's house, he was a Friday night guy. You know, he's letting me know. We beat the Titans. We took them down. It's awesome.
That is awesome. And of course, we've got a lot to look forward to this season as well. I mean, you had I got to say, I remember talking about your run through the WAC tournament last year, because it was pretty much like you either win or you go home type of thing, almost the entire tournament. And as I recall, you didn't lose one game.
No, it was fabulous. Just to get into the WAC tournament, we had a number of issues. I lost my whole starting rotation. I lost my starting shortstop, 3-hole hitter, leadoff hitter for 3 years. And so basically it came down to it. We had to win on the road 2 out of 3 to make the tournament. And we were playing at Utah Valley. And it was the 9th inning, and I went out to go coach third base, and we were down, I think, 7. And I go, well, this will be a tall task, but I've seen it done. We'll see what the boys have. And guess what? The boys rolled an 8.
Yeah.
And we won, and then we won on Saturday, so we were in. So now they're just playing with house money, I told them. And I said, we're playing with house money, and you guys like to eat. Let's go eat. Let's go. And,
let's go.
And then the baseball gods really just got on our side.
And what happened, so get this, so we start the WAC tournament. Yeah. My starting shortstop ineligible. So now I have my second baseman playing shortstop. Never played one game of college there. Mm-hmm. My third baseman playing second. My left fielder playing third base. Oh, you just shuffled everybody around. Oh, yeah, and they just dominated. It was just awesome to see. And like I said, stuff has to go your way. And when I saw stuff falling, I just looked up and I said, thank you. And all of a sudden it started going our way. Great opportunity. We win the WAC. We go play Oregon State, who's top 10 in the country. They're a regional, maybe a national. They were, they were maybe eight the host, right? Yeah. So we went up there, and I competed in Corvallis a number of times being at University of Oregon. And I told the guys that no one's going to respect us. We have nothing to lose. And this is what, are you guys ready? And they're like, yeah. And I go, you have to win the last 4 outs of the game to beat this guy. And every guy on the team looked and they said, what's that? And I said, well, you have to be close in the ninth inning within a run, and we're going to do this. So what did we do? We tied it up, I think, with 2 outs in the ninth inning. Yeah, on a base hit to send them to extra innings. And they might have had 12 hits, and that was like our 4th hit of the game. We were facing the top left-hander in the country. Yep. And Ian Mejia just, showed who he is. I saw him today. Matter of fact, Ian, happy birthday, buddy. I got to see him today. How awesome. And Ian Mejia just went out and dealt with tons of adversity, from bad calls, in my opinion, to having guys on base and picking guys off in bunny situations. Just handled himself beautifully. And I remember going out to get the ball from him, maybe the 7th inning or so. Mm-hmm. And I walked out and I was all fired up for him. I said, wow, how did this feel? This is awesome. And he literally turns around to each infielder and says, I love you. I love you. Awesome. I go, no way. And then I said, you hear that? And he goes, what's that again? They're giving you a standing O, buddy. They don't do that here. And he goes, really? I go, look at that. Oh, my God. I go, make sure you tip your cap to him and let him know. Yeah. Sign respect. That he said, yes, sir. Walked off and did his thing. And just so awesome. Excited for him. He's actually teamed up. He told me today, one of my favorite players that I coached, the guy at Nebraska, Spencer Schullenbach, they're on the same team. Oh, wow. And I told him the other night that him and Spencer will both be in the big leagues, and they will be living together. Guarantee it. They're fabulous people. Okay. Sure. So really cool, really cool. So like years in the future, when they're doing his movie, his E60, yeah, you're going to have that moment in there. 100%. Absolutely. 100%. What a great moment for Aggie baseball. And I know it was amazing to kind of course, I'm here in Las Cruces and I'm just getting the reports back and I'm following everything on online. But to be able to do that, and I didn't know that you guys really had so much diversity like that. You guys had to go through that. But once again, we said earlier that it's what you do with adversity, it's how you handle that. And it sounds like the guys just came back and said, okay, this is what it is. Let's just go for it. We got to get what we need to get done. Absolutely. That reveals that's a sign of true character. Yeah. You can show up and, we hadn't been in that atmosphere. We hadn't played in front of that many people. That's a hostile environment. Yep. Not easy to do. We were playing, there's 2 national championships in that bracket. And, so it was just a great experience to the point where I had guys that were seniors, like Kevin Jimenez, who's been a fabulous player in this program for 4 years. And he said, hey, Skip, this is my last year. I've done my stuff here. And I said, absolutely. And then on the plane home, he came over and got a seat next to me. He said, can I tell you something? I said, what's that? And he said, well, what's the back? I think your scholarship away already. So we figured that out, luckily, because they have the national likeness and the people are so supportive in this town. Yeah, that's just something. Put out a call to 1 or 2 people and said, hey, he wants to come back, and here's what he means to my program, and here's what I'm looking for you. And next thing you know, he has a likeness deal and having the time of his life. Yeah, that's cool. That is something that is going to be new for you guys this season is the NIL stuff. So how the guys liking that one? How they're feeling with that? They like it. I mean, it started last year. Like, as a matter of fact, the shirt I'm wearing, we got. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Logan Bombs. Yeah, bombs away. Yeah, Logan, my first baseman. He's from California, Golden West College, junior college.
And Logan led the conference last year with, 21 or 22 homers.
Yeah.
And was fabulous at first base. In my opinion, he should have won the Rollins Gold Glove. He had 1 error all year and had a million chances. And he's just a fabulous kid. He's been, all my guys, I try to make our clubhouse someplace where they can come and be themselves.
Yeah.
So my guys will start showing up at 10 in the morning. And Logan's one of them. He loves it. I see him in the morning. How you doing? Good morning. And then I see him at 5 o'clock at night. I'm all, bro, you're going to have to start paying rent if you're going to stay here this long. Come on.
Yeah, what you don't know is the cotton's in the corner. But that's where he is right
That's
there.
what that's for.
That's what that's for.
got
It's like it's not like he's leaving. He's just waiting for everybody else to leave, and then he goes to take his nap and then comes back. And that's why he's there in the morning. So.
Yeah, I'm blessed. I have so many kids that just love this game and just spend their whole day. I mean, they love it. And I love being around one another. Like after practice yesterday, I walked out to the dugout, see if the kids had left anything. I'm like, the dad, hey, whose shirt is this? I walk out there and there's 6 guys sitting on the bench. I said, you guys having a meeting you didn't invite me to? And they say, no, dude, you're just like to get back and act it out after practice. All right, that's cool. That makes me feel good.
You know, that's good to hear that the players like that, the camaraderie that you have right there, because that I'm sure a lot of that is, of course, from the personalities that you have, but I think a lot of that actually comes from the league, from the coach. You know, I mentioned earlier that Mario has a talent for bringing in people that just kind of fit right here. You know, and it's very obvious that you fit right in here. You feel very comfortable here as the head coach with these players and with this staff. So, that's the feeling that I get from you. I'm just meeting you for the first time today, but that's what I get. And I think a lot of that is rubbing off and showing on your players as well.
Yeah, thank you. And you're right. You hit the nail on the head. I can tell you when I was driving in here, thinking, God, I wonder what questions I'm going to get asked and whatnot. And then I just started thinking about all the new people I've met in our athletic department and what a fabulous job Mario has done.
Yeah.
Rob Bart.
And he killed it.
He donated. Thanks, Rob. He donated to my fundraiser. He dropped me $50 or $100 last night. I appreciate it. But we support one another. When Rob called me and said it's our last game of the year, we need this win to qualify for the tournament.
Yeah.
Can you have your boys come out and support? Absolutely. So I told the boys, hey, you're going to go to the women's soccer, and you better have some fun. So they had an unbelievable time. Rob said they over-delivered, and we won the game. And as a result, they got to go to a regional. And, from everybody, from the basketball coaches, women's basketball. I mean, everyone's super
Joey
cool.
Adams and Coach Heyer, and I mean, there is an atmosphere. Let me put this right here so everybody can hear. There is an atmosphere on the campus between the coaches and the athletic department that is, I don't know, it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of escaping me right now. This doesn't happen very often. Actually, it happens a lot. You just don't get to see it. But there is a feeling of camaraderie. There's a feeling of
family.
Yeah. There you go. It would be like a feeling of family, which I'm worried about because Mario and Marco, you want to be part of the family, but no, I'm just kidding, Mario. But there's a sense of family camaraderie of just that whole thing of being together and each person wanting to look out for and work with everybody else and help out the best way that they can.
Yeah,
You talk about Coach Marks giving me a call, say, hey, can we have some of you guys come out to the game? And they're like, absolutely. And I bet you have some guys going like, hey, yeah, we'll go out, no problem, and have them laugh.
They're all about it. And my direct supervisor, Chet Savage, has been awesome.
Yeah, Chet's awesome.
Yeah, Chet's awesome. Chet's a baseball player from Southern California. Went to Riverside Community College and a Story program, and then went and played at K-State.
Mm-hmm.
And Mario, obviously, playing here at NMSU, being an All-American, getting drafted by the Tigers. So obviously they're passionate about the game. And it's really cool when I see them spread their passion to their kids. As I see Mario hitting the cages with his daughters, and Chet hitting the cages with his son, it just warms my heart that they're passing along the game to their kids.
Oh, no, absolutely. Chet's along for those football trips. Mario's along for those football trips. And when his family comes along, it's always a blast to see them interacting and having fun.
Absolutely.
Even if it is in, like, what was it, like single-digit temperatures. I think when we were all in Detroit that week. That was
no
pretty,
doubt about that.
oh yeah, I am a warm weather person. See, Coach, I moved here to southern New Mexico. I come from northwest New Mexico, Four Corners area. It's high up in the elevation. They've got snow up there on the ground. I'm almost hitting the 60s with all the snow that they got. I moved here because I like the sunshine. I like the fact that we don't get that snow. And I like the desert. And it is one of those things where I was not a happy camper for the most part, and me and that hotel room was really good friends when I went up to Detroit that week. But it was actually a whole lot of fun. It wasn't necessarily as cold, and spending that time up there and watching some of the people that were able to travel with their families and the whole team, that was really good. And so that was a blast. But like you said, seeing Mario and Chet and everybody that is involved with the athletic department, down to John, who was able to go ahead and get to come in tonight. So thanks to John Opila for helping us out right there.
Big John, we call him.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Big John dominates.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, and I can tell you when I need help, he's the guy I call. I'm not a tech person. Big John's super smart guy and loves his job. And I know this for a fact because John was my roommate for a year.
Nah.
So when I would wake up in the middle of the night and go, God, what's going on? Did I leave another light on? Nope. John's out there writing the stories for football, or
he's right
to write up 100 guys, not complaining a bit.
Well, the
funny
thing about John is that, like, with the football trip, it's the only trip that I haven't that I've been able to travel on. But with the football trips, of course, when we finish the game, we're on the bus, we're on the plane that night. We're gonna be at like 1:00 in the morning. And there are some times when we played our weekday, when we that first week we played our weekday game, and I'm on the air at 5 a.m. and I thought it's no big deal. We'll get in late, sleep for a couple hours, get ready, and go in. And I was tired, and I'm going like, wow, that is amazing. But I'm getting ready to do my sports, and there's John's story right there already posted online because he was working on it overnight. And he was probably working on it on the bus and on the plane to go ahead and get that thing posted for the next trip. Yeah, so he does a great job, and hopefully, maybe one day he'll say, I don't know if we can get anybody on for you, and I'm gonna say, no, John, you come on, let's talk about what you do because his job is very important for the whole athletic department is what he does.
Yeah, he's. I've been around for a little bit. I've seen a bunch of sports information directors.
Mm-hmm.
And John is one of the best I've been around. I don't know how long he's going to be here because he's that good, and that dedicated to his craft. And God bless him for coming in and supporting. I mean, they're understaffed over there right now.
Oh no, I think almost everybody is.
Absolutely, not just there. I'm talking all around.
All around.
I haven't heard one complaint or anything. So, got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. That's like everybody, every business, every business person right now seems to be understaffed in some way from all over the place.
100%.
But it's what you do. Like I said, paid adversity. How do you handle it? How do you deal with it? And I follow my dad's kind of thing. It's like, well, if something's got to get done, let's just get it done, right? He didn't exactly say it that way, but I'm not gonna,
Yeah, I can't repeat some of my dad's.
When I get in that mode, I call it my GS day, or GSD kind of thing.
What is that?
It's getting stuff done.
Oh God.
Yeah. Hey, today's gonna be a GSD. We got to get it done. And so I do that for my dad. We just got to get things done.
That's awesome. Yeah. I don't have that, but I have DTM. Oh, don't tell mom.
Oh, don't tell mom.
Absolutely. DTM. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So sorry, mom. DTM.
Don't worry about it. Moms always know. They find out eventually. They find out eventually. Well, of course, like I said, your season starts on the 17th of February, and you've got, I think, 4 games. Right at the beginning, 3 games. 3 games.
We tried to get a 4th game, and they weren't interested in it. So, but I've been doing a little homework on them, and excited to play them and compete against them, and we'll see. The first games are always crazy.
Yeah,
you never know who's going to show up. So sometimes it makes the game bigger than it is. So the first game, you're not yourself, and then after that, they kind of get into the mode of it.
Yeah, like I said, I played baseball when I was a kid. Horrible baseball. I was a horrible baseball player.
What position were you?
I played left field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. And I'm to be honest, I was horrible. I got into an accident on my bicycle, cracked my rib, was out, and so I didn't get to play for my last summer that I was actually playing for the league. I didn't play high school ball or anything else like that. Might have thought about it, but I didn't. And that season I was out is when they actually went over and won their league. So I am an honorary champion right there.
Okay.
But I never got to play that season.
You
so.
hang your hat on that, though.
Yeah,
right?
but when I go back home and they'll have me sit at the table going like, hey, Gino's part of the team and stuff. But like I said, I played. I was horrible. But as a baseball fan, when I was just a kid, and I kind of lost a little bit with Major League Baseball because of all the things that they've been through.
Mhm.
And you get, I think it was '94 when they canceled the World Series because they were having some contract issues, and they had to
Okay.
do that free agency. So I kind of stopped going out there. But when I moved down here in '95, and the fact that we had D1 baseball, and when you go out, I'm going to put it this way: as far as everybody who watches baseball on there, you have got quality baseball right here in town. So that when you go out to the field, and when you're out at the field, and you're in the stands, and you're grabbing a hot dog and a Coke, or you're grabbing something out from the concession stand, and you get the sounds of the baseball field, the gloves, the bats, the umpire is calling us out. The fact that I love the fact that each individual player gets to choose their own music as they're walking out to the plate. That is something
Yes.
that's awesome. It is a whole other experience that makes you love the game again. Now I still can't watch baseball games on TV, but I will go out to a baseball game at any time. So I would encourage everybody. The first game is February the 17th at Presley Askew Field. And it's going to be at 6 p.m.
Yes, sir.
6
6 p.m.
Should be a little bit warmer by then, I hope. But, and they're going to have 3 home games to start off before you guys head over to Sugar Land, Texas, to the Sugar Land Classic. I would encourage you, if you get an opportunity to go out, get those games and get that experience. If you are a baseball fan, remember, we've got Division I baseball. We've got our WAC champions hoping to go 2 years in a row.
Let's go.
Right here. So don't forget about that. Now, before we kind of wrap things up there, I do have to ask, you had a number of really good players and great players that play for you. Who's somebody that we got to keep an eye out for this season?
On my team?
Yeah.
So many. See if Logan Galena can be the home run champion again.
You can just list them off.
I know, but I can tell you this. I'm super happy with the amount of depth. Coach Zuniga and Coach Van Horn did a fabulous job recruiting. And I don't know who's going to play, but I can tell you this. I have 2 teams. I could just do a lineup change, and you would not even know. That's how close it is.
Well, how about some of the new players that you're looking forward to?
Zays Lancaster from Hawaii. He's a freshman. He had a really solid fall. He's like 6'3", 180 pounds. Looks like they are supposed to look. Led the team in homers in the fall.
Right.
So he is pretty good. Matt Maloney, a pitcher. He was the West Coast League Summer Pitcher of the Year. I think he was 5-0. And actually, they're trying to get him to go pitch in the cage. And he's he was a catcher. Actually went to school with his dad.
Oh,
which is awesome.
That's cool.
And I'm looking forward to Matt having an awesome year. Damon Hale, Cal Villarreal. It just goes. Gunnar Anelin, who's was one of my best players last year, who played in the Cape Cod League and won the championship over there. He's back. Just trying to go around.
So basically, the bottom line comes down to come out, watch the games. You're going to see some amazing players. You're going to see amazing teams, and just get out there and enjoy yourself. Because I say, win, lose, or draw, you get out there and you're going to get a good game.
Yeah, come support us and my boys. I can promise you won't be disappointed. If you're looking for an autograph, they're pretty easy to get. And like I said, you'll have a great fan experience. We have a Diamond Club that you can join. I want to say $250 buys you a season seat, access to a private club where they'll have free beer and maybe food on the weekend. And I think that every year I've been here, we have got more and more attendance. Last year was a record for New Mexico State, and we're looking to
we'll set some new records. That's it.
That's what we do.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for coming in, Coach. I really appreciate you taking the time to go ahead and come in with us for our season premiere as it was, our first show back after a break. And what a way to start off with baseball, because I know that, like I said, the one thing I love about here in the next couple of weeks is going to be warming up, and then, spring is here, and that first pitch goes out, and you're just ready for it. So thanks a lot for coming in, like I said, taking your time, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up a little bit later on in the season and see how everybody's doing.
I look forward to it. Thanks for having me on, and bless you.
All right, thank you very much. And once again, that's going to do it for our Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast. Once again, every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, we're going to be right out here at the Amador Live, right out on the patio outside. Once again, I say that we are here outside at the end of January, February, so you can't beat that. Maybe it's a little chilly, but we're going to be out here every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, so come out and join us as we are here live. So thanks a lot for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week right here on the Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast.